Alright, so in 3.6 we're going to be solving quadratic equations. The first problem wants us to solve using the quadratic equation. So we have t squared plus 6t minus 40 equals 0. So the quadratic formula is negative b plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4 times a times c, all divided by 2 times a. The a, b, and c are the coefficients of your quadratic equation. So ax squared, a is the number in front of your x squared term, b is the number in front of your single variable term, just single x, and then c is your constant at the end. So in this case, b is 6, c is a negative 40, and a would be understood to be 1. So we're going to plug everything in. We're going to have negative 6 plus or minus square root 6 squared minus 4 times a, which is 1, times c, which is negative 40, and then this is all divided by 2 times a, which is 1. Okay, so here we'll just start simplifying and work our way down the page. So negative 6 plus or minus square root, this will be a 36, and negative will be a positive. 4 and 4 will give us 16, with a 0, 160, so this will be plus 160, all divided by 2. And then we'll combine these, so we have negative 6 plus or minus square root, so it'll be a 196 divided by 2. 196 is a perfect square. 14 times 14. So if you do square root of 196, you get 14. So I'm going to kind of wrap around. We got a negative 6 plus or minus the square root, not square root, sorry, don't need square root anymore, plus or minus 14 divided by 2. Now everything on the top is divisible by 2, so we'll divide everything by 2. And so 6 divided by 2 will give us negative 3, and then 14 divided by 2 will give us 7. So here will give us our answer, negative 3 plus 7, negative 3 plus 7, and then negative 3 minus 7. This will give us 4 as one possible answer, and then this will give us a negative 10. So our two answers would be 4 and negative 10. Alright, number 2 says solve using the quadratic formula expressed in the simplest forms. Now, if possible, if you can factor, I recommend factoring. This problem may have factored. However, I'm going to go ahead and do it with quadratic formula again. I think it prompts you to do quadratic formula in this problem because you have certain inputs. X squared minus 7x minus 7 equals 0. So the first part prompts us to input a, b, and c. A is 1, b would be negative 7 in this case, and c is also negative 7. Alright, so then we go to the quadratic formula. They're showing you the formula here. We're going to plug in the b. It's going to be a negative 7. That's b squared minus 4ac is also negative 7. And then times 2a. A is 1. Okay, and so I'll plug in a 1. And then you start to simplify. So minus a negative 7 is just a positive 7. So So that becomes a positive 7, and then all of this under the square root will simplify. I'm going to write that part down. They call that the discriminant. It's what you get under the radical. So negative 7 squared is a positive 49, and then minus 4, negative 4 times 1 times a negative 7 will give us a positive 28, and then when we add this, we get 60, 70, 7, 8, 16, 77. So we get a 77 under the square root. And then on the bottom we still have 2. And then it says the solutions both check as true or false. In the original equation, solution set is blank. Okay, so here we'll wrap up the rest of the problem and then see if they work out. So from the part that we have 7 plus or minus square root 77 divided by 2. 77 is not a perfect square. That radical will not reduce. They're not divisible by 2. So we have two answers. 7 plus square root of 77 divided by 2. And then we have 7 minus square root of 77 divided by 2. And what it's saying is if we were to plug these numbers in for x in this equation, it will give us 0. So if you have a calculator that you can plug those in, I encourage it. I will pull up my on-screen calculator and just show you the results of doing that. Popped on my other screen. Okay. Let's clear this out. Let's get everything back. Okay, so when checking, I'm going to take and plug these values in for x. Okay, so let me make this a little bit smaller. All right, so I'm going to open parentheses. Actually, let me go ahead and make a fraction bar. Alpha y equal enter. Since my x is a fraction, so out front I'm going to open parentheses. All right, I'm going to input 7 plus square root of 77, and then on the bottom that's divided by 2. So I'm inputting this. This is my x. So this is x, and I need to square that. So I'm going to say squared. So this is x squared, and then minus 7 times x. So it's going to be this whole thing again. Open parentheses. See if it does it correctly. Okay, good. And then I'm going to type the same thing in again. So 7 plus square root of 77 divided by 2. So this is my x squared minus 7x that went on the bottom. I want it on the outside. Okay, so minus 7x, and then I'm going to say minus 7. And what I'm hoping to see is 0. I get a negative 1 e to the negative 12, so that just means 12 0. It's essentially 0. It should be telling me 0, but it's giving me a scientific notation. Basically means I got a negative 1, and then I got 12. Move it, scientific notation 12 0. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So we have 12 zeros, which this number is essentially 0. It should be telling me 0 exactly, but this is what it's showing, which we would say that is 0. Now, since I got that, I'm going to hit second enter, and I'm going to do the same thing, except this time I'm going to put a minus in between. And if I'm thinking about the way this calculator is working, it'll probably show me, oh, maybe because I didn't have parentheses around this, it might have done something different. Let me see. in parentheses. Let's see. What I want to do is change the plus to a minus. This is going to be a minus, so to give me my other answer. It could be because I missed my parentheses. Let me see. Okay, so let's check this out. Yeah, that one gives me 0. Let me do it again. Second enter. I didn't realize I didn't have parentheses the first time. I'm going to change them back to pluses. Notation is very important. And plus. Now for some reason, those parentheses disappeared again. So let me add them back. And then, yeah, that one still shows me the same thing. But they both should be saying 0. So both answers are true. They both check out and make the solution equal 0. And I think, I don't know if they'll let me write it. Yeah, they'll let me write it like this. So I'm going to do a fraction bar. I'm going to do 7 plus or minus, and then we're going to do the square root of 77, and it's going to be over 2.